If you run a home service business, roofing, HVAC, plumbing, dumpsters, whatever, and you're heading into busy season thinking, I just need more leads, this is for you. The biggest mistake I see home service owners make is trying to buy more leads for a business that cannot even handle the leads that they already have. I'm not saying this to be cute. I run a marketing agency. We've worked with over 1,000 home service companies. Selling you more leads is literally how I get paid. And I'm telling you, most of you are not ready for more leads. Let me show you what this actually looks like in the real world. We had a dumpster rental company out of Kansas come to us. Super solid dude, solid business. He said the same thing every owner says. We just need more leads. So we turned on Google Ads and the ads worked. We were getting him leads at about 35 bucks a pop. For dumpsters, that's fantastic. Cost per lead, not a problem. Here's what was the problem. He was missing 30% of the phone calls we were sending him. 30% of the leads he was paying for were going straight to voicemail. And the ones that did get through, the service wasn't there either. Deliveries were late, pickups were missed, nobody followed up. Customers were leaving 1-star reviews. Now imagine if we had done what he wanted and doubled his ad spend. That's not more growth. That's more calls that he can't answer, more jobs that he could not fulfill properly, more 1-star reviews. We would have been taking his money to destroy his reputation faster. So here's what we actually did to fix this. We told him no more ad spend, not yet. Instead, he hired one CSR, one person whose only job was to answer the phone, follow a simple script, and book the job. Answer within 3 rings, get the name, address, card on file, and lock it in. Missed calls went to basically 0. Reviews started climbing. The best part of all of this is he didn't have to spend a single extra dollar on ads. The same ad spend, the same town, same trucks, but now it's a completely different business. His problem shifted from not enough leads to not enough dumpsters. This is what happens when you fix the machine. Now, that dumpster company is not unique. I see this almost every single week, and here's how it usually goes. It's January or February, the phones slow down, revenue's flat, and the owner says, we need more marketing, we need more leads, turn up the ads. That's the symptom. That's just what it feels like. But 9 times out of 10, the real problem is one of these 3 things. Number 1, you're leaking leads. Calls are going to voicemail. Website forms sit in the inbox for 3 hours. Nobody follows up on the estimates that didn't close. You're not short on leads. You're short on lead handling. If you're missing even 20% of inbound calls, you do not have a lead generation problem. You have an operations problem. Number 2, your margins are too thin. You're busy, trucks are moving, but there's no cash left over. Getting more leads means more volume on low margin work. That just means you go broke faster with more stress. If you can't tell me your net margin on your top 3 services, that's a red flag. Number 3, your team can't absorb more work. Your techs are already slammed. Your CSR is juggling scheduling and complaints. Quotes are going out late. If I magically doubled your call volume tomorrow, your close rate would drop, your reviews would tank, and your best people would start looking for new jobs. More leads does not fix any of those 3. More leads just pours gasoline on all 3. All right, so here's how you know if this is you. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. Answer them honestly, not what you wish would happen, but what you know would happen. If I doubled your leads next month, would the money you make on each job go up or down? Picture it. Your phone rings twice as much. Are you calm and in control? Or are you rushing estimates, dropping your price to win the job, and cutting corners because you're too busy? If the money you make per job goes down when the number of jobs go up, your prices and your process, they're not ready. Question number 2, if I doubled your leads next month, would your reviews and referrals get better or worse? If more work means worse work, you're trading short-term cash for long-term pain. Those 5-star reviews and happy customers who tell their friends will start to fade. Once your name gets a bad rep, it's really hard to fix. Third question, if I doubled your leads next month, would your team be excited or would they be scared? If your best tech or your office manager hears we're about to get a lot busier and their stomach drops instead of getting fired up, you're definitely not ready. If you burn out your best people, they will quit. Finding and training new A players costs you way more than any ad campaign. If you answered bad or worse to any of these, you do not have a lead problem, you have a capacity problem. You have a business model problem. And if you throw more marketing on top of that, it doesn't fix it. It just shows the kinks in your armor faster. But here's the good news. All of this stuff, it's all fixable. And most of it honestly doesn't cost much. It's not sexy, it's not a new ad campaign, but it's what actually moves the needle. So the first fix is to stop leaking leads. Go pull your call log after this video. Seriously, look at the last 30 days. How many inbound calls went to voicemail? How many web forms sat for more than 30 minutes before anybody replied. If you don't know, that's your first problem. We know from tons of data, if you don't respond to a new lead in the first few minutes, your chance of booking that job falls off a cliff. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets. So here's the fix, and it's stupid simple. If you don't have a dedicated person answering the phone during business hours, that's your next hire. Not another tech, not another truck, a CSR that follows a simple script. This is exactly what our dumpster guy in Kansas did. One CSR, clear script, answer the phone, book the job. Missed calls basically vanished. If you truly can't afford full time yet, get an answering service that picks up live and texts you the info. A couple bucks a call is still cheaper than burning 30% of your ad spend straight to voicemail. There is absolutely zero excuse in 2026 for sending paid leads to a dead phone. Fix number 2 for you is going to be raising your prices. And most people hate hearing this, but if you don't make much money on each job, doing more jobs doesn't really help you. It only hurts you. So here's a simple test. If you raise your prices 10 to 15% tomorrow, would you really lose more than 10 to 15% of your customers? Literally almost never. Most home service businesses charge way too little because they're scared of losing jobs. But it's better to do 10 jobs at a good profit than 15 jobs where you barely make anything. Less work, more money, less employees needed, happier employees. And so you need to do this before busy season, not during it. That's the hardest time to implement this. When more calls start coming in, your higher price should already be in place. If you wait until you're slammed, you won't change anything. You'll just work another season for low pay. Your third fix is standardizing your quoting and scheduling. How long does it take from when a lead calls to when they get a price from you? If your answer is it depends or a few days, you're definitely losing work. Most people will hire the company that gives a clear price fast. Here's what you want instead. Simple, repeatable, the same every time. The lead comes in, your office person answers the phone. They follow a short script, name, address, what they need, best time for a visit. Before they hang up, they book a time for the estimate. No, they're not going to say, we'll call you later. It has to happen now. The estimate needs to be booked within 24 to 48 hours. For most jobs, you're aiming for same day or next day. The customer knows the day and time. They get a text or an email to confirm it. The tech shows up with a price sheet. Your tech does not guess the price. They have a simple price list or a tablet with set prices. Good, better, best options are fine, but they're preset, not made up on the spot. And this is super important. The quote needs to be given to the homeowner before they leave the property. You never want to hear, I'll get back to you in a few days. They need a written quote on the spot, paper or email. Your tech also tells them, we can get you on the schedule as early as tomorrow. And the follow-up process is the same every time. If they don't say yes on the spot, your office follows up once the next day, once a few days later, same script, same timing, every single lead. The best home service companies make quoting boring. It is not magic, it's a checklist. The same steps, same timing, same tools, no guessing. And when you do this, 3 things happen. You close more jobs without more leads. Your team feels less stressed because they know the plan. You can add more leads later without the whole thing breaking. That's what lets you scale. This is how you grow. The next fix is to stress test your capacity. Here's a simple exercise I want you to do this week. Go back, look at your busiest month from last year. Maybe it was May, maybe it was June. Pick the month where you felt, man, we're slammed. Now imagine that same month, but double the amount of work. Twice the calls, twice the jobs, twice the estimates for 30 days in a row. Now ask yourself and be honest, could your team handle it without breaking? Do you have enough techs? Do you have enough trucks and tools? Can your office keep up with that many calls, estimates, invoices, and schedule changes? If your answer is no, or I don't know, that tells you what to fix before you spend more on ads. Here's some more common fixes. You might need to hire one more tech now so they are trained before busy season. You might need a better system to track jobs, like a simple software instead of trying to remember everything in a notebook. You might need to service your trucks now so they don't break down when you need them most. You might need clear checklists for jobs so new people can do good work without you holding their hand. The point is, do this test now when it's calmer during your slow times, not in May when you're already drowning. If you build the capacity first, then when you do turn up the leads, your business grows clean instead of messy. More money, less chaos. We've all been there. Now, once the inside of your business is solid, you answer every call, you make good money on each job, and your team can handle more work. Now it's time to spend more on marketing. That's when SEO, Google Ads, and other stuff really work. When you do it in this order, every new lead is worth a lot more. They call, someone answers, they get a fast quote, the job gets done right, they leave a 5-star review, and they tell their neighbors. neighbor. That's how your marketing money turns into a machine that keeps bringing you more jobs, more reviews, and more referrals instead of a big hole that you pour cash into. I know you know the feeling. The best home service companies we work with are not the ones who spend the most on ads. They're the ones who got their house in order first and then turn the leads on. If you're fixing these things and you feel ready for more leads, that's when outside help actually pays off. So if you're watching this video and you thought, yeah, that's me, we're missing calls, our prices are too low, the team is already tired, then you know what to do next. First, fix the inside. But if you want help checking it and then turning the leads on the right way, that's what my team does all day. So if you need help with this, I recommend hitting the link below and scheduling a call with my team, because here's what we'll do. We're gonna look at your leads, your prices, and your capacity. We will tell you straight if more leads will help you or if they'll hurt you. If you're not ready, we'll tell you what to fix first. If you are ready, we'll show you how we'd fill your schedule. No pressure, no tricks. If it makes sense, we work together. If not, you still leave with a clear plan. So if you run a home service business and you want next busy season to be more money, less chaos, click the link below and book a call. Do not wait until you're drowning in May. Do it now while you can still breathe.